The early days were very challenging, very exciting, but in some ways much easier than they would be now, because we didn't have the same degree of compliance that we have now, and it would be impossible just to start a school like Brooke House nowadays. It's originally a hunting box for a very wealthy family who just came in the winter to go fox hunting, and where the chemistry laboratory is a brewery, because they employed a lot of staff, and tea and coffee, which had to be imported, were too expensive to feed the workers. Market Harborough is ideally situated. The biggest thing, it's now an hour from London by train, and it's almost smack in the middle of England. And it's a lovely little market town, which has got a bit of everything. And for the students, if they want to buy toothpaste or go and have a cup of coffee or whatever, it's literally 2 minutes. It's had a very, very long, varied history. You know, it's been like a girls' school for nuns, it's been a convalescent home. Everybody says nowadays one of the biggest problems is communication, and everybody's so busy nowadays that it is actually sometimes talking. When Giles, who's now like the boss, was a little boy, and he was at school, and he said to his teacher, "You work very hard." And the teacher, whom I knew, said, "Well, I'm sure your daddy works very hard." And Giles said, "He doesn't. He drinks tea and talks to people." And the best part about the job is the huge variety of parents and students and other colleagues that I have honestly the privilege and tremendously exciting, enjoyable time just to talk to. The other challenge of the house, it is a grade 2 listed building, and so some parents say, "Why don't you change this? Why don't you change that?" The basic, we can't change the design of the windows, the floors, the doors, because it is a listed historic building. Going to an airport once to meet my wife, who'd been away, and a young man came up and said, "Do you remember me?" And I said, "Honestly, I remember your face, but no, I'm sorry. It's 20 years, I think, from your age." And he said, "I've got a lovely wife, I've got 2 children, and I've got a great job, and it wouldn't be possible without you." I think one of the most important things that we try to keep, in spite of all the compliance, the formalities, the rules, the regulations, is the family ethos. And that's partly Giles, when he finished university, went to work in Taiwan for a year and came back with so many ideas. He said, "But we need to bring things up to date in many ways. We need to care for the students' needs, academically, physically, pastorally, emotionally, every way you can, to make it a home from home." And I think that has been one of the, satisfactions that we've tried to maintain that. And the other thing is, I've got 3 boys, and when they were very, very young, I was listening to a radio program on the way to work, and the psychologist said, "I can't enter into correspondence. I just leave this thought with you. Give your children 3 things: time, language, and love. Most of them will be okay." And that's like a mantra, a motto that every day has been in the forefront of my mind for every student, as much as possible, all the staff, the team, to give them as much time, language, and love as possible.